Going on, everybody? Scouts311 here with another Lego build through of the new Lego sets. This one is set 79006, the Council of Elrond, 243 pieces. So this is the second largest set of this new wave they brought out. So that's why I'm doing this one next. It's the one of the three that I have now. And this is actually a really cool set, I think. There's a lot going with it, play feature-wise. There's actually only one thing, I think. But the set itself is just a cool part of the movie. And they just make it really cool. It looks good. It looks kind of like it should for the elves. It's basically in Rivendell, the Council of Elrond, when they all get together to try to figure out what they're going to do about the ring. When Frodo decides he's going to take it, and then the Fellowship is formed. So this is another set that is in the Fellowship of the Ring. Actually, this whole wave, there's 3 sets from Fellowship, I think. Pretty much. Even though the Tower of Orthanc could be in any of them, really. But so that doesn't really count. But the Council of Elrond is Fellowship, and the Wizard Battle is Fellowship. And then the other 2 sets are from the Return of the King. So there's no 2 Towers stuff. They really need to do some Rohan stuff. I'd love if they could do like the Great Hall and the Rohan and Edoras and some of that stuff. So that'd be kind of cool. But anyway, it's got 1 book, as you see here, and 2 bags. So this first video is going to be the first bag being put together. The whole book itself, about 62 pages, or 61 pages of actual build, things that when you're building it together. So let's get going. So there are 4 minifigures in this set. There's 2 in the first, let me get set up here. There's 2 in the first bag, and the first of the 2 is Frodo, who's been in a lot of these sets already, obviously. So here's Frodo in his well, they're not really shark clothes. I can't remember. Well, anyway, they're Frodo clothes, and he has 2 faces, one kind of mean one, which is kind of not really good for this set. Actually, that's probably later in the Return of the King when he's turning. So he's got more of the oh shit look, which is probably better for this set. That's what I'm giving him, at least. And then the other minifigure is Gimli, who looks awesome, and he's been in a lot of sets, but he always looks awesome. The beard and the helmet is always so cool. It's so detailed. And as you see, the hair piece is one piece that goes over. He has 2 faces, but to be honest, I tried for like 5 minutes to get his head off of here, and I can't. Once this was put together, it's like stuck for good. It seems like, so I was a bitch. So that's how he looks with his axe. And you can't really see the print either because I can't get the beard off. But Gimli's cool. Doesn't really matter. He's badass. So there he is. Now, the reason Gimli's in this set, any of them could be in this set of the Fellowship, but the reason he is because the play feature that's in this set is based on what happens with Gimli during the scene. So that's why he's the one that's in here. Alright, let's get going. So the set is basically has 2 parts to it. Like I said, there's 2 bags, and each bag builds a different type of, basically a different level for the chamber room, basically, is where this is obviously taking place, the council, the table, and everything. So and this is just like the Wizard Battle one. I actually had this one done already. Make sure I'm doing this right. Okay, I actually had this one done already, so all I have to do is I took it apart and put everything neatly in order, so it should actually be very fast for me to put together. So here's this little first part here. Yeah, it should take really no time at all to put it together, based on the fact that it's all taken apart in order. And this will probably be the last one that is like that, because we got a blue and a brown here. We just got to snap them together and throw them down here. Because the rest of the ones I put together, if I'm going to continue to do this, are I'm just going to do it as I open them. They said these are already done. unless I go back and do the old sets that I already have, which are all already completed. But I haven't decided if I'm going to do that, because that's going to be a lot of work. I got a lot of sets. I could just show them off and just to show them what they are instead of actually building them. I could always do that, which I may do. Alright, so basically building the floor part here. Now, like I said before, this is a cool set because they actually do a pretty cool job of depicting like the elves, how their elf stuff is. A lot of you know, there's not a lot of straight lines, a lot of kind of curves and that kind of stuff, and type of nature stuff they put in this set, which makes it very cool. Alright, so we got one long piece here. And a little guy there. And they actually have some, I'm not sure if they're new pieces, because these are really the only sets that I've ever collected, basically, except for a handful of Star Wars ones. But they have the trees in here that are like brown leaves. These are the green leaves, obviously. But they have like brown leaf trees, which is kind of interesting, and I don't know if they're in anything else that LEGO has. And you'll obviously see those when the time comes. So this is basically the base of the council chamber. So that part's done for now. Now I've got to work on the next little part here, which is kind of the same thing, similar, but going in the opposite direction. Alright, so we got the two colors again. Snap it on top. I want to really see if this blue shows up, because I don't think it does. It might. It's on the bottom. Sometimes it makes me wonder why they put certain colored pieces in these sets, because I believe that if the piece is a little different colored, at times it puts the price up a little bit. Basically, gray's their normal thing. Having that blue piece right here, I'm wondering if that ever really, if you ever see that again once it's built. Because if you didn't, then why would they use that piece? I don't know. I guess we'll find out. It does happen at times where it's like, they could have used any color piece there, because you never see the piece. It's in the back somewhere, or on the bottom of something. Do they throw it in just so they can add a little extra to it? I don't know, maybe. Alright, and then we got this guy. Get back a little bit on this. Looks, I feel like I'm a little too close. Right. Put one here, like so, and then 3 of these come across, and this helps connect it to the other part, like that. I moved into a different room, which has more light coming up from the top. I'm hoping this makes it look a little better than the last one. So, see how it comes out. Alright, so now we're doing floor. And connect these over. Like that. It has a gap in the middle, which is going to be part of the play feature that I was talking about earlier. And then we could attach this one here, like that. Alright, so that's kind of done. Now we move on to a couple other parts here. This is pretty much going to be the play feature part that I'm putting together right here. Boom, boom. There, and then the Eye of Sauron is here. Just like in the last one. Set we did. Had him, the Palantir, or whatever. He's in this set as well. That sticker usually doesn't go on at this time, but like I said, this set was already done, so I had to take it off. Undo it. I'm not going to take the sticker off and redo the sticker. That would be kind of pointless. So we got these on here, and those always help with sliding, because this thing actually is going to slide. Here's where you normally put the sticker on. So here's this piece. Bring the big guy in again. And we slide this in through here. Actually built with the black things in mind. You see there's a little gap. It's kind of hard to see because they're black, but there's a small gap in the middle of these pieces that this could slide through. Right here, this yellow part slides through. Like so. Then we got a couple of reds. These reds are another one of those pieces that I was talking about earlier, like the blues, where I don't think you actually, once this gets built, I don't know if you ever see these red pieces again. They could probably have been gray and it would have been fine. Let's see if you see those blues at all, like I was saying. Yeah, so you can't see those blue pieces anymore. So why do they have the blue pieces attached to create that little part when you're never actually going to see it again? Like I was saying before, kind of weird to me, because it makes it almost feel like they just put it in there so they could charge a little bit more. I don't know, which is probably what they do. And whatever, it's their right to do that. We buy it, we buy them. Alright, so we got this guy here. Flip him over. Put that red piece in. This thing seems to me actually like, I don't know if this lighting is worse than the last one. I was hoping it'd be better because I got a light right above me. The other time there was a light, my shadow was in the way a little bit. But it almost kind of seems a little different here. It's harder to see the detail, I think. Let's keep going and see how it goes. Alright, so we kind of made a little thing here. And that is going to attach on the other side of what we did here. Right here. Like so. And this thing actually ends up flipping up, even though, yeah, you really gotta hit it hard if you want to really flip it. And you'll see what that does later. Alright, so we got two more pieces here. Slide this guy here. Help put that together, and then a long gray right there. It's actually starting to get a little big. Back it up. And then we'll finish up with these corner pieces to round it off. Like so. And you can see the eye underneath, but like that. Okay. So basically we have the whole floor done for the most part here. Alright. So back here. We have a small green guy that goes on top, like so, and he is put here. And then two more pieces. This is starting to form kind of a tree. So now we have a middle spot piece goes here. And these three pieces, which are actually, the gray and the black are separate, but I've already put them together from before, so I'm just going to keep them. I'm not going to put them together again and take them apart. They spin. Like so. So we're building the table here in the middle. A little piece for the tree to get started with. And then these three pieces are done in the same direction, I believe, just upside down. That. And now the main part of the whole set, kinda. This goes together here, and then we get one of the ring of power, here. Yeah, this thing is definitely having trouble focusing more. He goes up on top, and then placed on top of the table. And there is the table that has the ring on it from the scene when they all gather around and talk about what they're going to do with the ring. Frodo places it on the table like so. Alright, so we were kind of done with this for a second. We actually are going to bring out some pieces and make the chairs that go around. And it's actually three things repeated, so here's basically how the chair is, or the seat. Yeah, there's three repeated parts of this, so it should go fast. I already have the stickers on the chairs that they have from when I did it last time, so we'll put it like that. It goes here like this, and then raises up like this, and creates an elven chair. Gotta do that two more times. Boom. And boom. So 3 chairs. And then they all sit on these rotating pieces here, so they can be moved around however. Like so. Now of course there was a lot more people than 3 at the in the movie, at the council, or in the book, but you know, it's a Lego set, so 3's not bad. Alright, so I'm going to finish off this tree here. And we are almost done with this first bag. So there's 2 bags total. Another tree piece here to form the tree that's over the council. And another green branch. But the ones I was talking about earlier, I don't know if they're in any other Lego sets or not. But it's these brown leaves, which is pretty cool to have for this set because, the fall trees for Rivendell gives it a much cooler look. And then the last three pieces is actually connecting the branches here to the top of the trees, which makes it look cooler, plus also secures them on top. And that is bag one. Should I even? Yeah. That is bag one of this set. So we have we have this cool looking tree with the different colored leaves. We have the table, of course, with the ring, 3 of the chairs that move around, and then there's actually a couple green leaves come off the side here, which is kind of a cool little touch. And then we have the one play feature of the set, this part here, which is kind of, like I said before, it's hard to do unless you really pop it. The point of that play feature, I guess I'll show it now, is we'll put a Frodo here, I guess. It doesn't really matter where he's at. From there. Is the one part of the movie where Gimli says that, why don't we destroy the ring now? And he comes up and hits it with his axe, and it gets knocked back. In the movie, he hits it with the axe, and then it falls down. His axe shatters, and the ring just sits there. And they're saying that's when they realize, and they were told, it can only be destroyed by being thrown in Mount Doom. So this play feature depicts when he hits it with his axe, it goes flying, and then you see the eye, because in the movie, when he hits it, the eye shows up on the screen, so that's why the eye's in there, to kind of depict how that scene goes. If you pop it pretty hard, if you just go a little light, it doesn't really, well, that one did. I was having trouble with that earlier. Oh, flies into the chair. But anyway, so that's how that scene works. So Gimli pretty much is going to be standing here if you want to try to do it properly, but you put him on one of these pegs so he doesn't fall to start with. So that is the first part of the Council of Elrond, and we'll work on part 2 in a little bit, and basically adds on some more scenery off to the side is what it does. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in part 2.